Next we shall discuss the specific heats of a gas. Specific heats mainly of two types. One is your specific heat at constant pressure Cp, and second one is your specific heat at constant volume Cv. Cv is the amount of, that is the specific heat at constant volume, is the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a unit mass of gas through 1 degree when it is heated at constant volume. That is Q12 means when it is heated from Q1 to Q2, the amount of heat required is Q12, that is equal to mCv T2 minus T1. So m is the mass of the gas, Cv is the specific heat at constant volume, and T2 and T1 are the temperature, final temperature T2, initial temperature T1. In this process, V or volume is constant. Second thing, whenever a gas is heated at constant volume, no work is done by the gas. The whole heat energy is utilized to increase the temperature and pressure of the gas, or it remains in the body, which increases the internal energy of the gas. It is very important. Third, the specific heat at constant pressure, that is Cp, is the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of a gas through 1 degree when it is heated at constant pressure. The heat capacity is the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a whole mass through 1 degree. So out of these two, Cp, that is the Q12 will be equal to mCp T2 minus T1. And when we shall calculate the heat capacity, then we shall consider the Q is equal to mC T2 minus T1. So Q is equal to mC when T2 minus T1 is equal to 1 degree centigrade. According to the first law of thermodynamics, we know it very well. Q is equal to W plus del U, where del U is the change in internal energy and W is the work done from 1 to 2. So Q12 I can write again W12 plus del du, where du is equal to mCv T2 minus T1. And again we know du is equal to Q12 minus W12. Again, according to the work done, I can write P V2 minus V1 is equal to mR T2 minus T1, because work done is equal to PV. Pressure into volume is the work done. So Q12 I can write, that is equal to mCp T2 minus T1, and del du is equal to mCv T2 minus T1. Inserting all these in the equation, Q is equal to del u plus du, I can write mCp T2 minus T1 is equal to P V2 minus V1 plus mCv T2 minus T1, or mCp T2 minus T1 is equal to P V2 minus P1, that is multiplying P with V2 minus V1, P V2 minus P V1 plus mCv T2 minus T1, or mCp T2 minus T1 is equal to mRT2 minus mRT1 plus mCv T2 minus T1, because PV is equal to mRT, that we know it very well. And at temperature T2 it is mRT2, at temperature T1 it is mRT1. So cancelling T2 minus T1 in the LHS and RHS and cancelling mass in LHS and RHS, we got Cp is equal to R plus Cv. So Cp minus Cv is equal to R. And if we shall take the ratio of Cp by Cv, then it is gamma. And the value of gamma for air is equal to 1.4. Next we shall discuss the enthalpy of a gas. It is the sum of internal energy and work done. That is, work done is nothing but the pressure into volume, PV. So I can say it is the sum of internal energy and work done is termed as the enthalpy. So enthalpy H, capital H, is equal to capital U plus PV in kilojoule. Now we shall discuss the molar specific heat of a gas, that is also known as the volumetric specific heat of a gas. It may be defined as the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mole of a gas through 1 degree. A mole of a pure substance is a mass of the material in grams that is numerically equal to the molecular mass in AMU. 1 mole of an ideal gas will occupy a volume of 22.4 liters at STP, standard temperature and pressure. So Cm, that is the molar specific heat, is equal to m into C, where m is the molecular mass of the gas and C is the specific heat of the gas. So the molar specific heat at constant volume, that again I can write C Vm, and molar specific heat at constant pressure is equal to C Pm. So Cp minus Cv is equal to R, that we have already derived. Now inserting the molar specific heats, we can rewrite this equation. Cpm minus Cvm is equal to Ru, where Ru is known as the universal gas constant, and the value of Ru is equal to 8314 joule per kg Kelvin. This is for all the gases, and I can write the same equal to 8.314 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, where Ru is equal to Mr, capital M into capital R, where capital M is the molecular mass of the gas and R is the universal gas constant. Now we shall discuss or review the important formula which we have discussed till now. First, we have already discussed, that is the Boyle's law. P is inversely proportional to V, or PV is equal to constant. According to Charles' law, V is directly proportional to temperature, keeping the pressure constant. In Boyle's law, temperature remains constant. And in Gay-Lussac law, P is directly proportional to temperature, keeping volume constant. So P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2 and constant. Similarly, general gas equation, that is equal to P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2, that is equal to a constant. And next is your characteristic gas equation, that is equal to PV is equal to MRT, where R is the gas constants, that is joule per kg Kelvin, and value of R for atmospheric air is 287 joule per kg Kelvin, or PV is equal to MRT, where P is equal to M by V RT, where M by V is the mass per unit volume, that is equal to the rho, that is the density. So I can write P is equal to rho RT.